Good, dude. How are you?
I'm good. It's the morning. I mean, right now it's like 10:20 a.m., but I slept like shit. Sorry. So,
On the
so I'm
road,
like,
that's fair.
no, yeah, no, I'm like, yeah, I don't know why. I mean, well, no, I know why, because I just bought a house and I'm doing some refurbishment in it,
Uh,
and yeah, so I'm like, but it is what it is. But
it
yeah.
is fair. Yeah. I just bought a house, so I'm just like, what the
Oh,
absolute fuck? Hey,
okay. Is
literally.
it is that the one you're in right now,
No,
or?
we are. This is a rental. We have finally found a home, and it's
Oh,
just
great.
it's wild to say.
Isn't it? So do you have stuff to do in it? Do you have like refurbishment to do? And
No, it's pretty good. We just walk in there. It's great. So
no,
we're
okay.
very, very lucky. Yeah, but I'm getting used to the concept of having a home that I can actually change things and build things on, and wow,
Right. Yeah,
my
yeah,
God,
that's it. It is cool, isn't it? Yeah.
all right. So you look like you've got a nice little art space behind, creative space behind you. Is this your little studio area?
Yeah. That's I actually I moved here like a year ago, and that's where but I don't really have the time to work too much because I've been
Yeah,
on tour so much, and then we were recording on the recording Creator, and then I did the summer festivals, and so it's there, like, and it looks cool when I do like Zoom interviews,
yeah,
but
yeah.
I haven't been using. No, I did use that the other day to try, and but like for 10 minutes. But yeah, but that's
All
anyway, blah blah
purely
blah. This
decorative.
is no, I mean, no, it does work, and I know how to use it. I think that's
Yeah,
cool. That's the guitar.
much as anyone
But
does.
no, yeah. I don't know what that does. Plus, my cat jumped on it the other day, and that fell on the floor. So maybe it doesn't work anymore. But no. I mean, this is, yeah. Look, there's a guitar here. See? So
Nice.
it's
Oh,
not
look
it's not
out.
just it's not just for show. I'm actually gonna
Yeah.
do that while you're asking me questions, so it looks like I'm an
Oh, look
artist.
out.
Yeah.
Wow. He's like, look,
Yeah, I
I
know.
can,
Look at
mate.
that.
Well, speaking
Yeah.
that, mate, I'm going to sound a little bit sheepish here. I wasn't tracking so we've covered Creator a couple of times. I've spoken to Millie twice, and him talking about like growing up in Germany and his weird love of water slides and all this kind of fun stuff. But this is my first time speaking to you, and I was a bit sheepish because I looked at I didn't know, your history, and I was like, oh well, no wonder you can play really well. You spent 5 albums in Dragon Force.
That's correct.
So
It is
I got to
correct.
learn all about you, mate. Um, wow. So
Yeah, all
did you
right,
get?
yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, holy crap! Oh, you're that guy. Um, man, you've been a man in demand. Do you have a lot of people kind of hitting you up for to work on projects, or like, hey, can you tour and play bass with us?
Yeah, that happens. Like, and if the project is nice, or if I like the music, it's I always feel like it's a compliment. It's an honor
Yeah,
to be asked. So, I've done a solo because I play guitar as well, as you can see right now. As demonstrated
yeah.
as we talk, and I can also play guitar as we speak, and that's amazing. I don't think now I'm making much sense, and I'm glad it's not plugged in. But no, I think it does make sense. What was I saying? Yeah, I did, like, I don't know. I played guitar and bass on the black metal band Psy from Japan.
Yes, I know of them.
So I've done that on their album Shiki. I did a solo for Spirit World, like a guitar solo.
Hmm.
Uh, I yeah, when I like the music, yeah, I'm gonna do it if I have the time. So I've done quite a few things, but right now it's been very busy, this year, in between releasing my death metal band Insanum. We just
Hmm.
released our third album, and obviously working on Creator, which is why I'm here today. But yeah, I'm doing that, and I also Loud Blast. The album came out.
Hmm.
When did that came out? Last year, this year? I don't. I'm losing track at some
Yeah.
point. So, but yeah, I'm doing a lot of stuff. But like I said, life is short, and if someone's asking me, and if I like it, there's always a way. When you want something, and you really want it, there's always a way.
Yeah, 100%. Now, mate, the creator released a documentary, Hate and Hope,
Yeah.
this year. Now,
Uh-huh.
this would have been interesting for you? Because I imagine they would have been talking about like, oh yeah, the history of Creator, but you've only been with the band for 5 years. Did it kind of feel like what was your involvement with it? So pardon me, I haven't seen it yet. And did you feel the need to be like, no, 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 look at Millie, were you kind of step into the background, put the focus on others?
No, because it's not just about the past, which is a good thing. That's not something we wanted, which it's actually nice for me. But
Mm,
also, the one thing that's great with Creator is not that it's we're not like all about the past, the first five albums, and I think
mm,
the success of the band is still growing. It's not like they had like a peak era, and then it stayed there, and we're trying to live off that. I think so that's a good thing about it. And the two original members, Miller and Ventor, they
mm,
definitely don't want to just like what's the
mm.
word, capitalize on the past. So that documentary is about us now with obviously elements of the last 40 years. So there,
Yeah,
there
yeah.
there's a, there are some parts like this when I was not involved there and I was not there when they were filming it. It's like Vento with their first manager or second manager rather. Well, both of them are there. So obviously that part is I've got nothing to do with, and I
Yeah.
saw that when I saw the first version of not the first version, when I saw the actual
Mm.
documentary, the movie, and I was just, oh, that's cool. But there's a lot of you can see me quite a lot in the
Yeah.
movie, and that's great. So to me, it was interesting to hear some of the stories, and yeah, it's definitely not just a nostalgia trip, and that's something we wanted. We didn't want to go like, oh yeah, that
Oh,
was better before, because it's
you'll
actually like, yeah.
you'll like to hear this then. I think Creator's one of Creator's greatest songs was released on the last album.
Oh ho,
And my favorite Creator song, you opened with it, you crazy bastards, when I saw you in Brisbane with In Flames. Hate Uber Alles, I think is,
aha.
it makes me want to find something huge and fight it. It's
No, but I'm glad. And I think yes. It's just obviously it's hard for me to tell because I am in the band, so it's hard to detach, to be completely because there's part of me in the last two albums, of course. But I genuinely believe that seeing the reaction from the crowd as well. We know that we've done something right with those songs, and I know I had a part to play in it as well, like
Mhm.
the for A2 Butters, for example, that part, I don't know if you can hear the guitar. The Probably not because it's with this,
Yeah.
but that solo part, like the dual guitar at the end, before the last chorus, um, that's me, for example. So I'm
Hmm.
like, oh, okay, cool. I contributed in that the fact that that song is
Yeah.
is right, I
I
suppose.
like that.
And yeah, 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 yeah. And same with Strongest of the Strong, So I think we definitely the band really aged well, and also we've done those like. Deep cuts shows recently, which were fun, and people like it. But we can tell from the stage point of view that when we play those like more recent stuff, that's what people dig because those are, I guess, and maybe it's hard to hear from certain people. They're gonna be like, but those are like better songs in that aspect, at least. Like it
Yeah.
resonates to more people. Now we make music for us first and foremost.
Hmm.
But if we need to like it first before we just, if people like it, I'd say that's a bonus. But I think we want to make music that we first enjoy, and I think the band grew up like they're better musicians than when they started. That's
Hmm.
undeniable. And me coming from something different, even though that's my kind, people know me because I was playing in Dragon Force, but I've always been listening to a more extreme genre. Like, I
Hmm.
love death metal, black metal, thrash metal. So the combination, all of that, is what we are today. And yeah, I'm glad that you dig it. And the band is bigger than ever, so it's still growing. So that means like people do enjoy what we're doing now. So there
Yeah.
you
And look, as someone now, I'm probably just showing my age here is that I was 10 years old in 1995. So I grew up with 90s production and stuff, which is obviously
go.
very different to 80s production. So a lot of the classic thrash stuff it just sounds strange to me. I've always had that barrier because I wasn't I didn't grow up with it, so I didn't get
Yeah,
to
yeah.
hear Pleasure to Kill or something how it really sounded.
Mm.
So that's probably why I just heard
Yeah,
Hate Umbrellas and was just like, oh, because it sounds state of the art, and you can,
yeah.
modern production with thrash metal. Oh,
Oh, I mean,
oh,
so I was born in 78. So when I discovered metal, I started in 1990.
mm,
And the production to me was always like, I wasn't really paying attention much to it. Like I could hear people saying like, oh, it's been recorded like this or like that, or the sound. To me, it just didn't matter as much as like the quality of the songs and the harmonies and how the notes and whatnot. But obviously, there were some choices made in the 80s that are not relevant anymore. I guess I don't know.
mm.
Like a lot of the thrash stuff was like there was not a lot of bass, for example. But I love, like I
Famously in
keep saying
some
in interview.
places.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. But I mean, I love, Raining Blood. You can barely hear the bass, or
yeah,
well, and Justice for All. Obviously, it's infamously, you can't hear
yeah.
the bass. But also like on Creator albums like Terrible Certainty or Extreme Aggression, the bass is very thin. It's like very aggressive
Mm.
and just like, and that's great. I love that too. I love different sort of productions. Like I love Morbid Angel, for example, like the first album, Altars of Madness, and then you've got the second one, Blessed Are the Sick. The production is like completely different, but it's just like it creates like helps the vibe. But I'm not. So my point is, obviously right now we're using all the technology to make something sound good with yeah. I mean, most important thing is you like it, and that
Yeah.
makes me happy. So there you go. Yeah.
Well, the new album sounds great. So it was my gym soundtrack today. As much as I hate those
No.
those little promo things you've got to listen to them with, because they always, whenever your
Right.
phone turns off, they always stop playing. It's like, yeah.
No, shit. Yeah, yeah. So
But
you're like 10 shit. Yeah.
but mate, it sounds great. You're on the
Great.
same. It's just a continuation. I feel of the same. This awesome tear that you're on with Hater Growlers. It's just so
Uh-huh.
people
Uh-huh.
who dig that fucking are gonna love this shit.
Mm.
So
Uh-huh.
yeah, man, it's really good. So well done. Um,
Well, thank you very much.
yeah, I just thought I'd blow some smoke up your ass, mate. You don't have
Yeah,
enough
no,
of
that's
that.
fine. No, no, I don't mind that. It's good. In the morning, it feels good.
Well, there you go. Look, I'll leave you with this. What if you were to think back on as you're a young man growing up, seeing your first metal shows, or even first gigs in general? Max Cavalera likes to talk about when he went and saw Queen as a kid, and it blew his mind.
Mm.
So,
Mm.
as wide as you want to put it, what were the shows that changed your life as a gig goer?
I guess the first metal show I saw of a band that I liked, I was actually playing with them.
Mhm.
And I end up now playing with them. It was Loud Blast, the death
Mm.
metal band, and that was a festival in my area, and I had a band at the time, and so I was, how old was I? 16, 16
Mhm.
at the time. No, 17. Yeah, 17. But because I don't live, I live like 2 hours, 3 hours away from Paris, and there's not that many gigs coming where I'm from. So,
Mhm.
yeah, so that was my first show, and I was opening for them on that festival. So I was like, oh, this is great. So that did change my life in a way that yeah, that was the first one, and I remember being like, "That's amazing." And then few weeks after, I went to see Maiden on the X Factor tour, and it was with My Dying Bride. So there was My Dying Bride, The Almighty, and Iron Maiden, and I was
Mhm.
blown away. It was at a place called Zenith in Paris, which we actually played with Creator a year ago, and I was just
Mhm.
like, "Oh, that's amazing!" That was where I saw my first big show.
Mhm.
So that sort of changed my life in that sense. I mean, it's like the first impression, and
Mhm.
then I don't know, like every shows that I went to see around that time when you discover things, that's what it does change your life because it's like it has an impact on you. Just, that's
Mm.
it for me. It was just like, yeah, that's definitely what I want to do. I already knew that I wanted to do music for a living, or
Mm.
that was my life. It's not making it for a living. It's just I lived music. Music is my life, and so. I went to Graspop in '96. That was the first year. Graspop is
Metal
festival,
Mech.
a metal
Oh
festival,
yeah,
in yeah,
Graspop
yeah,
Metal
in
Medic, of
Belgium.
course.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And the headliners were. I think it was very cheap at the time as well. It was only one day, two stages, like one main and one
Hmm.
marquee. And the headliners were Maiden, Slayer, Type O Negative, and Morbid Angel.
Oh.
And for me, it was just like, yeah, fuck. I mean, and Fear Factory were playing as well. Tiamat, fucking, what was that? Manhole was there. Shelter. But those, yeah. I mean, I will always remember those like first years of like I went to see Symphony X in '98, and I was first row, or Annihilator in '96. All those like
Mm.
first years of like seeing bands is just because I was like, wow, those guys are, they're traveling, and that's the music and the energy, and I was just like really, I was like a huge, uh, yeah, fan of like going to gigs. Now that I do it, you know, again for a living, but I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
it
You're
is for a
fortunate enough to
living.
get paid for something you do for free. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. And so now I don't go to concert as much because I'm just like
Hmm.
I'm exhausted. My ears are exhausted as well. Metal. So when
Mm.
I'm back home, I listen to different style of music. But yeah, those shows I will always remember, and I guess they all those changed my life. But it's hard to pinpoint just one. But
Yeah.
it's like those formative years, so to speak.
I know what you feel about tired ears. Like I always after because I'm fortunate enough I get to go to so many shows and I'll come back from these great metal shows and the last thing I want to be doing for the half-hour drive home is listening to metal. So
Yeah.
it's these wonderful ambient songs or the freaking Wu-Tang Clan. Like who cares?
Yeah,
But it
but
comes
not,
on.
yeah, yeah,
It's very important.
yes. So imagine you're doing that every day, that you do that all
Oh,
the time, all year long. You don't want to listen to, you need your peace and quiet. And when you go to shows, it's just like it is loud, and
mm,
chances are some people, I just so but I still go to gigs like when I have friends, like when I was in Japan on vacation, I went to see Ginger because they were
oh,
there. I'm just like,
yeah.
fuck, I'm gonna see. Yeah, I know them. I go. I like to go to gigs when it's friends that are in town as well. I think it's just like nice. I mean, when I say in town, again, I live like a quite
Yeah.
remote, but like in town, as in like not far, somewhere in France
Hmm.
or Luxembourg. But I go more to see people now than to enjoy the concert. But with
Yeah.
that being said, when was the last time I went to a gig? Uh, I
Oh.
don't know. Wow. Yeah,
Well,
it doesn't matter.
anyway, mate, this has been rad. I reckon. Oh, this is a 20-minute slot. I got to jump off. Have a good one, my dude. It's
No,
been lovely.
if you have more questions, I do have time actually.
Oh, it's
Because
okay.
you're,
Was I the last one? I think you've got
yeah, you
one.
are the last one. So if you
Oh,
if
there
you
you
have more
go.
questions, that's fine.
Oh,
Yeah.
well,
You can.
no, easy. I look, mate. I honestly, also we'll finish up with one more because I did have one about your time with Dragon Force. They always appear to
Uh-huh.
be playing music on hard mode. You know the
Oh,
what was
you
it?
mean Through the Find the Flames on,
Yeah,
yeah.
well, I mean, just music in general. That was just the expression. It's just how
Oh, okay.
they like to, push the
Uh-huh.
envelope with music. And I just wonder, putting out 5 albums of that, what did that teach you? Did it make you an incredible bass player? Did it? I don't know. Answer it however you want.
Uh yeah. What did it teach me? I mean, it's just like it's been I stayed in the band for like 14, not 40, 14 years. It's been amazing. Like I don't know what I've learned. I mean, I've learned like a lot of things, obviously, because we were still reasonably, young.
You
When
learn how
I
to
joined the
drink.
band, I
I'm
was
pretty
in
sure they
2000.
like to drink.
Yeah, oh yeah, fuck you, Jesus! Like we definitely partied, and I was not, I taught them a thing or two as well. So we just like it was mutual teaching in that area. No, but we did. we discovered countries together because we discovered the US together or
Mm,
Australia or we uh I don't want to say conquer the world because it's a big of a word, but we just like the band were just like exploding at the time. So
mm,
we did those summer festivals. So we learned, you look at all the bands, like the way they do, like American bands, or, so you just like, you grasp a lot of informations, a lot of knowledge, a lot of tricks, so I've learned that as a musician. What we did the first years when I was in the band was more like self-produced. So it was more like what we know, we just do it ourselves and whatnot. And then we went to see a producer for Maximum Overload and Reaching into Infinity, and it was Jens Bogren who produced Crushers of the World,
mhm,
and he did before he did Phantom Antichrist and Gods of Violence.
mhm.
And so we worked with Dragon Force. We worked with him for 2 albums. He also worked with Sinsanum and Amahiru. So I know Jens for quite a while now. But with him, I've learned also like, techniques in the studio. And I mean, so I've learned a lot of stuff with Dragon Force, and I met a lot of people. So that it's been amazing. Um, and also like the stage presence, like the band was like very, very still is, maybe less now because we're all getting older, but we used to like run around, and just like really make sure that there was no empty spot on the stage. I remember they told me that before the first show, just like make sure you run around because we go there and then we jump. And I was like, oh, okay, I've never done that before. That was my first show with them in Quebec, in a and yeah, we were just like, yeah, running around. I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. So, I
I
guess I
was like,
can do
I
that.
don't know how to play while running. Huh?
No, no, that was fine. But I've never been like running. They were running, and I was just more like I was the evil, evil guy trying to not. Well, I guess probably now I look more happy in I guess I don't know. It's hard to, I don't want to exaggerate things, but like now I look more happy in Creator because I really enjoy the music, and I guess I cannot like I can try to be like this, for an
Yeah,
hour and a
it's
half, but
not
it's just like
great.
yeah, yeah. I mean, the first row people are just like, yeah, that's amazing, yeah, it's amazing. And I'm just like, no, fuck, I smile too, But with Dragon Force, we were also like being goofy, but then I would try to balance it out with just like I'm the most metal guy in the band, so to speak, like
Yeah.
spike and inverted cross, and so I would never run like we had trampolines at one point in time, and I would not jump on them. I'm just like, nah, I'm not doing that. So but anyway, so I've yeah, in 14 years, of course, I've learned a lot, and you learn all the time. I'm learning also. I'm still learning with Creator, learning stuff either from them or the bands we're touring with, or so that's the beauty of what we do. It's just like you meet a lot of people along the way, and you just grasp a little something, take a little piece of everything with you, and that makes you who you are, which is, I guess, a pretty amazing person for doing an interview with such a shitty sleep that I had last night. I feel like really so no, I think I've said that in the interview before, but I'm not wearing my glasses right now. It's like two people. It used to be three. The guy before was like three guys on
Yeah.
screen. Right now you guys are two, so that's good. But
Oh,
yeah, I need to catch up on need to catch up on sleep.
oh, buddy.
But
Well,
so yeah, so that was
in
my
that
answer
case,
to
let me
you.
give you two thumbs up. There we go.
Oh wow,
That
yeah,
counts
thank
as
you.
two.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, no, yeah, I see one now. Oh, that's you. Okay, now I see your face. Now it's not that bad. But no, I'm like a little, and I have one coffee. So
Oh, well, can't have that. My Lord. Well, Frederic, this has been rad, man. Thank you very much for your time.
thank you.
Enjoy coffee, and it was lovely to meet you, my dude. I hope to. I really enjoyed seeing you when you were here with In Flames.
Now,
Circumvented, slipped on beer, fell on my ass. It was hilarious.
where
So
where are you in Australia? Where?
I'm in Brisbane, mate. So you
Oh,
were
Brisbane.
here 2023, I think, with In Flames.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yes, that was rad.
Or was
That
it
was
wasn't it early 2024?
maybe 24. Yeah, it was Clash of the
Yeah.
Titans, whenever that was.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, must have been. But I'm sure we're gonna go back to Australia. I love playing in Australia. Even though you guys have fucking horrible spiders, but that's
It's
another
true. It's
story.
true.
I know it is true, of course, but no, I'm looking forward to, and yeah, hit me up when we're in Brisbane so we can have a coffee together, or a
Love
beer.
that.
Who knows? Yeah.
Oh, let's go crazy. All
Ooh,
right, my
ooh.
dude.
Take care. Thank you very
Easy.
much.
Bye.
Take care. Bye.